Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Thanks for tuning in to Talking with Toni. My name is Toni Trower, and I am pleased to introduce you to my two favorite people right now. I've been down in Tampa, and they have shown me so much love, and I want to introduce you to Kendell Mack and his lovely wife, Katrina Mack. Tell me what college you went to.
I went to the Auburn University. That's located in Auburn, Alabama.
Okay. And I understand that you played basketball and football in college?
Yes. It was an interesting trip. Actually, I received a football scholarship to Auburn. And while I was there was another coach that had recruited me at Clemson University for basketball.
Okay.
So he ended up leaving Clemson and coming to Auburn, and he begged my football coach to let me play basketball for his team. So.
Wow. So does that mean you did both?
Yes.
I wanted to ask you, I don't know if anybody has ever asked you this question. When did you know that you were an athlete or wanted that to be your life? How old were you?
Well, growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch sports in my house. My stepdad, he didn't like sports. So finally, they built a park across the street from my house. Mm-hmm. So I just went out there and started playing basketball with the guys, and with the older guys. They were men, and that's how I honed my skills in basketball. As far as football, I started out in the band, believe it or not, playing the bass drum. And, that was in the 8th grade, and guys were like, man, you too big to be in the band. You need to be playing football. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it.
Uh-huh.
And I tried it, and, I enjoyed it. It was fun to me. Mm-hmm. So, but, I never had dreams of playing college football or playing in the NFL or anything like that. I just played because it was fun.
And you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So wait a minute, that's interesting. I didn't read anywhere that you played an instrument.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, I played mostly the bass drum, and what kind of made me really quit the band and play football was when the band director, he wanted me to play the bells, and I was not going to play the bells.
Said, no way.
No way, I'm not going to play the.
That must not be manly enough. The bells. We'll keep that between us. So, and any percussionists out there,
And I actually, growing up, I never really heard of Auburn at all. I grew up, in South Carolina, so it was a South Carolina Clemson thing to me. That's all I knew as far as, colleges.
Okay.
And I went to an official visit to Auburn, and that's when I fell in love with the place.
A lot of people say that about college campuses. The campuses, the culture there, and
they're a real family there. They're family oriented. So I mean, on my Facebook page now, I have over 3,000 friends just from Auburn. So yeah, we all stick together.
That says a lot of something good about the college. It does, yeah. So when you were in playing football, you were drafted into a NFL. Is this?
Well, actually, I wasn't drafted, but I went draft day. I went through the through the process of after your college career, the draft comes up, and I had teams calling on draft day saying, okay, we're going to draft you in this round or this round, but of course during the draft things happen and they don't do as they say. But as soon the minute the draft ended, I got 4 or 5 calls from different teams.
Okay. So would that be considered picked up or?
What free agency?
Oh, free agency. Yeah, okay, so you can tell I really don't know a lot about sports, but I'm trying.
And teams use that as the cheaper version of getting the player that they want.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of drafting them, because if you draft them there, you have to come out a little more money out of pocket. So free agency, they choose you and then they can pay a little less money.
So what was the first team that you were chosen by?
The New England Patriots.
Okay. And so you had to actually move up to New England for that?
Yeah, well, actually, I chose them because, like I said, I had 4 other teams call me.
I see.
So, I chose a team that drafted the least amount of offensive linemen. That way, I wouldn't have as much competition.
Okay.
So I went that route, and yeah, I actually had to move up there for a while, and I actually got sick up there. I caught pneumonia up there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and that ruined my season I had up there. So then after that, I had to miss that season, but then they signed me again
Okay, good.
to play again. But then as they signed me, another coach came in, which was Bill Belichick, the great coach that's there now. And ultimately I got released. After I left New England, my agent, because we all have an agent, and I had the option of going to the Washington Redskins,
Okay.
which is my favorite team growing up,
Okay.
or coming here to Tampa. And it was it really wasn't a tough decision because I don't like the cold weather. And
Okay.
after the pneumonia outbreak,
Oh my gosh.
I chose to come to Tampa because it's a lot warmer. And on top of that, I have two of my best college friends and fraternity brothers that also played here.
Yeah, so you knew people. Well, that's great to actually have a choice because a lot of us don't have choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for a lot of things. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's wonderful. So let me ask you, what is your opinion on the players that decide to like kneel or sit down during the national anthem?
Well, everyone has their right, their freedom of speech,
Yes.
and how they want to express that. I mean, I think if they want to do that, they should be allowed to do that. I mean, that's their own way of protesting,
Right.
and everybody should have that right. So if it gets other people attention of the problems that are going on, then I think it's an effective way.
Yeah, that is what a lot of people, that's their take on it. Freedom of speech,
Yes, exactly.
basically. Yes.
Exactly.
So, do you have any advice for young athletes that are maybe in high school, that are in college right now, and they want to pursue a career in pro sports?
Yeah. The only thing I can say is, because there are a lot of Michael Jordans out there. There are a lot of Tom Brady's that didn't even have the chance to be that. By first of all getting in trouble, or by not making good grades in school. So the first thing I would say is to not do anything to put yourself in jeopardy to get a record. Because first of all, a lot of coaches don't like that. They like class people,
Right.
and once you get in trouble, then that's it. That stays on your record for life.
So would it hurt like endorsements depending on what they get in trouble for?
Yes, definitely. But some people don't even get the opportunity to get
Because
endorsements
they
or
get
to
in trouble.
make it that far.
They get
Yeah.
too excited and,
Yeah.
and then party or what have
Yeah.
you and then end up
Yeah.
not thinking, because that's usually what happens with young
Yeah.
kids. They're adults in college, but they're still young and learning,
Well. Once you make it at the college level, then you have already known what it takes to go further. The thing is to make it to that college
I
level.
see.
A lot of people get in trouble in high school. A lot of it starts with hanging out with the friends.
Peer
and
pressure.
Peer pressure, yes.
Okay, you're talking about
And-
before.
Yes,
So these
yes,
are
before.
young children that that have aspirations to go to college, to play sports. You have to stay focused.
Yes. Because once you
Yeah.
get at the college level, you have coaches that'll look out for you. That'll
Okay.
make sure you don't get in these troubles. These troublesome situations. Like I had a coach in college. He was on at every move. Like we had to go to class. Wasn't no skipping class. They had somebody come around checking.
That's
to see
good
if you
though.
were in
That's
class.
good.
Yeah.
A lot of athletes leave college and or something happens and they don't finish, or
Yeah.
they didn't really learn a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
or the grades were poor, and then
Well,
what happens when after?
Yeah, and I have a take on that too.
Okay.
A lot of parents say that they want their kids, don't go to the NFL early, don't do this, finish school.
Right.
Well, I'm a product of that because when I left Auburn, I mean, I hadn't finished. I mean, I had a year to go,
Okay.
you know, to get my degree, but I had an opportunity to go play NFL ball, you know. So I mean, I'm glad I made that choice to do that because after my career, you know, after I got injured, I tore my knee up. I actually had the opportunity to go back to school to finish my degree.
So you went back?
Yeah, so I went back.
That's
and finished
now that's great. That's great.
So you know, my take is that you know you have an opportunity, a once in a lifetime opportunity to go do this. School is always going to be there. There's always going to be a school that you can go back to that you know that you can go finish your education.
Okay.
So, but the NFL is not going to always be there for you.
So that's wow. That's. I mean, that would be the choice for something like this.
Yeah.
You know, for to play professional sports. So I would have never thought that. Yeah, but it makes sense.
Yeah. You only get one chance.
But you can go back to school.
Yeah, exactly. Because NFL stands for not for long, so you.
Oh no.
You know, you get that one chance, and you know, you may last 2-3 years, and
Oh,
after
wow.
that, you know, you're done. But at least you had the opportunity to do that.
Yes.
You know,
I agree.
and that's just what I did. I was in the Patriots organization for a year, with the Bucks organization for 2 years, and got injured. And after that, Auburn gave me an opportunity to go back to school on scholarship. Like
What?
I didn't have to pay a dime.
No wonder.
You know, room, board, everything.
No wonder. Oh, there he goes.
goes.
No wonder. Oh wow.
I mean, because the main goal for colleges is that they want their athletes to graduate, and that makes their school looks a lot better.
Of course.
So it's you know I mean it goes both ways. It's for you and it's for the college also.
Right.
You know?
Well, I mean, win-win, right?
Win-win.
Win-win. Yeah,
Win-win.
I like that. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, I know that you and your lovely wife, you guys are in business together, right?
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing now? I'm gonna let you speak.
Well,
There you go.
well now, well we had a property maintenance company. What we do is, you know, we go in there, do minor renovations to the properties when tenants move out.
Yes.
We prep it for them to move back in. You know, it's just him and I. So we pretty much do it all together.
I think that's wonderful.
We
Hands
do
on.
it all
Hands
together.
on.
Yeah, it's hard to find good help. I
Of
mean,
course.
like when we moved in here, this house was the walls were
Oh,
dirty.
yeah.
I mean, we did this ourselves.
Yeah,
And
we still have some.
Yeah, we still have
Got a
work
lot
to
of
do,
work, but you know.
No, but it's lovely. It really is. That's why when I first came in, I was like, oh my goodness, it's so pretty in
Yeah,
here.
we gotta get it together.
Yeah, you
know.
guys are doing good.
Yeah.
Just doing good. Yeah. So, like, if there's a property management or a property owner or a complex owner in the area that sees the interview and they say, well, maybe you know they want you guys to work on the property, how would they get a hold of you?
Oh, absolutely. Which the company we named it Mack Supreme
Okay.
Property Maintenance Company.
Okay.
And you can get in contact with us.
yeah.
You can give us a call.
Yeah,
Okay.
Facebook.
Facebook, right? Inbox you.
Inbox.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So.
We do painting. We put up ceiling
Yeah.
fans.
Stop it.
Oh man, we everything.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
I
it.
mean,
Just me, him, and
you
I.
know, I paint the walls, she paint the baseboards and the doors.
Now that's love.
Yeah, we work
That is love, folks. Now you
We
guys.
also do security too.
Oh,
Okay.
security. Yes.
So, you know, I do personal security, nightclub security. We actually work at a couple clubs where she was taking the money and
at the door.
At
So
the
I
door,
work
and
the door, and he does the security.
security.
Partners. That is awesome. You guys have been married for about like 7 years now, right?
Well, we've been together 7, married for 5.
Okay. So like, I'm gonna ask another question because you know I have to keep it real on my show.
Like real.
So like, give some other couples some advice on how to stay close, how to stay, you know, married, because you know people don't make it past the year. That whole in love thing falls out. What do you guys do to just stay close and you know and make it long lasting?
Well, my thing is, we solve our problems ourselves. We don't involve other people.
Yeah.
We don't involve family.
Mm-hmm.
Because, at the end of the day, you may be mad at each other.
Right.
And then you involve family, then family's
Then
going to be
family,
mad at the
yeah.
person.
Getting involved.
But then when you get back together, family's still going to be mad at
Exactly.
that
That's
person.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
And then
So
you hear different, opinions, advice. My thing is, I tell any couple, friendship. You got to talk.
Yeah.
talk,
I don't care how
communication.
bad it hurts
Right.
for the other party spouse to hear the
Talk it
truth.
out.
Tell it.
And the main thing for the man is just listen. Basically,
Listen.
I mean,
Listen.
she'll vent, but you have to just listen. Don't intercede. Just let her talk and let her vent. You don't when she has a problem, you don't come up with your problem at the same time that she has her problem. You listen to her problem and you talk about it, and then maybe later on you present your problem.
You hear that, fellas? I mean, like, you heard that?
And women, of course, we need to learn how to control our emotions.
Okay.
Keep them in check. You can't be all over the place. Men don't think the way we think.
No.
They don't handle things the way we handle things.
That's so true.
So we got to learn how to learn our man and figure it out and control your emotions.
Oh my God.
Don't let them get them all,
Ladies, that's one for y'all. That's one for me too. I'm included. Didn't I tell you that they were great? I want to thank you guys for talking to me today. I really appreciate the hospitality that you guys have shown me since I've been down here. I was like so lonely. And now I'm not.
Yeah, we family.
All right. So I want to thank you for tuning in today to talk to Toni and see who I'm talking to next.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.
That's right.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.